Chap- Chapter 24. It was now the 18th day since I had had my accident in the desert, and I had listened to the story of the merchant as I was drinking the last drop of my water supply. Ah, I said to the little prince, "There's the memories of you are very charming, but I have not yet succeeded in repairing my plane. I have I have nothing more to drink, and I too shouldn't be very happy if I could walk at my lessons toward a spring of fresh water." My friend the fox, the little prince, said to me, "My dear little man, this is no longer a matter that has anything to do with the fox. Why not? Because I am bound to deal for this of this." He did not follow my reasoning, and he answered me, "It is a good thing to have had a friend, even if one is about to die. I, for instance, am very grateful to have had a fox as a friend. He has no way of questioning the danger. I say to myself, he has never been 1800 of thirst, thirsty, thirst, and little sunshine is all he needs, but he looking at me thirsty and respirate to my thoughts. I am thirsty. I am thirsty to let you look for all well. I made a gesture, although where is it? It is absolute to look for a well around in the unnecessary of the desert, but nevertheless we started walking. We were hung together alone for several hours in silence. The darkness fell, and the stars began to come out. Their te- tears had more me a little favorite, and I looked at them as if I were in a dream. The little prince last words riding back into my memory. "Then you are thir- thirsty too?" I demanded, but he did not reply to my question. He merely said to me, "Water may also be good for the heart." I did not understand this answer, but I say nothing. I know very well that it is impossible to meet him. He was tired. He sat down. I sat down beside him, and after a little silence, he spoke again. "The stars are beautiful, beautiful, or a flower that cannot be seen." I replied, "Yes, that is so," and Brady saying nothing more. I looking across the race, races of sand that were stretched off before us the moonlight. The desert is beautiful, the little prince obeyed, and that was true. And that was true. I have always loved the desert. One sits down on a desert sand dunes, sees nothing, hears nothing, yet there the silence something of and growing. What makes the desert beautiful, said the little prince, is that somewhere it hears a hell, a well. I was astonished by a sure understanding of that mysterious radiance of the sand where I was a little boy. I lived in an old house, a lake to use the others was buried there, but to be sure, no one had ever known who to find it. Perhaps to one had ever been looking for it, but it got a enchantment over that home. My home was hidden a secret in the dark. It is hurt. Yes, I said the little prince. The house, the stars, the desert. What gives them their beauty? It's something that is invisible. I am glad, he said, that you agree with my folks. As the little prince dropped off to sleep, I took him in my arms and set off walking once more. I feel dripping more on street. It said me to me that I was carrying a very frail thousand. It said me to me events that were nothing more frightening on all earth. In the moonlight, I looking at his pale face, his closed ears, his looks of hair that trembled in the wind, and I said to myself, what I see here is nothing but a self. What is more important is invisible. As his lips opened, sealing with the suture of a half-smith, I said to myself again, what most me celebrate about this later prince who is sleeping where here? Is he loyalty to a flower? The image of a rose that shines through his warm breaking light, the flow of a lamp, even when he is asleep. I feel him to be more fragile. Still, I feel I feel the need of protect him, as if he himself were a flame that may be extinguished by a little puff of wind. And as I awakened on also, I found the well at daybreak. Chapter 25. Men say the little prince set off, or they were in express trains, but they do know what are you looking. They there rush about and get inspiration and turn round and round. And he hadn't. It is not worth the trouble. They well that we have come to was not like the wells of the Sahara. The wells of the Sahara are mere holes doing in the sun. This one was like a well in a beach, but there was no video here, and I thought I must be driving. It is strange, I said to the dear prince. Everything is ready for us. The fuel, the book, the rope. He looked taught her the rope and set the proline to working. And the pulley moving like an old weather water wind, which the wind has long since forgotten. "Do you hear?" said the little prince. "We're having woken the well, and it is singing, and did not want him to try himself with the rope. Left it to me. I say, I say, it is too heavy for you." I opened the book slowly to the edge of the well and set it here. Happy tear as I was over my achievement. The sound of the prelude was stinging in my ears, and I could see the sounding simmer in the still turbulent water. "I am thirsty for this water," said the little prince. "Give me some of it to drink." And I understood too what he had been looking for. I raised the bucket to his lips. He drank his ears closed. It was as sweet sweet as some special festival treat. This water was indeed a different thing from ordinary nourishment. It is sweetness was gore of the world under the stars, the song of the pony, the effort of my arms. It was good for the heart, like a present. When I was a little boy, the leaves of the Christmas tree, the Christmas tree, the music of the mash, the terms of a slimy face used to make up, so the radiance of the gifts I received. "The men where you live," said the little prince, "raise 5,000 roses in the same garden, and they do not fear in what they are looking for. They don't find it," I repeat. And yet what they are looking for could be found in one side rose or in a little water. "Yes, that is true," I said. And the little prince I didn't. But the egg eyes I bring one must look with the heart. I had drunk the water. I brighter easily. As sunrise their song is the color of honey, and the honey colors was making me happy too. What drove me then this sense of grief? "You must keep your promise," said the little prince softly as he sat down Beside, beside me once more. What promise? You know, almost for my ship. I am responsible for this flower. I took my road driving out my pocket. In the little priest looking there over and louder as he said, "Your baobabs, they looking a little like candles." Oh, I have seen so proud of my baobabs. Your fox, his hair's looking a little like horns, and there are two now. And he laughed again. You are not fairy leather prince, I said. I know who to drive anything except war construction from the outside and boa constrictors from the inside. Oh, that will be all right, he said. Children on the stairs. So then I made a pencil illustrate of a mus, muesli. And uh, um, as I gave it to him, my heart was torn. You have plans that I do not about, I said. But he did not answer me. He said to me instead, I know my deserts to earth. Tomorrow will be its anniversary. Then, after a silence, he went on. I came down very near here, and he flustered. And once again, went off understanding why I had a queer sense of sorrow. One question, however, occurred to me. Then it was not by chance that one the morning where I first met you, on a week ago, you were studying aloud like that, as alone 1,000 miles from any inhabited region. You were on your walk to the place where you landed. The little prince flushed again, and I arrived with some hesitancy. Perhaps it was because of the anniversary. The little prince froze once more. He never answered questions, but were one frozen. Does that not mean yes? Said to him, I am little frightened, but he interrupted. No, you must work. You must return to your Annie. I will be waiting for you here. Come back tomorrow evening. I but I was not received. I remembered to I remembered the fox. One runs the risk of waiting a little if one lets himself be there.